Hi gorgeous humans, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're all good. So today we are talking about imposter syndrome, and my I have things to say. I really wanted to be on top of my goals this year and really just not let anything stop me, and imposter syndrome was the one thing that was like biting me very well. But in doing all of that and in like figuring all of that stuff out, I feel like I have some things, right, some tips, and kind of like something of a step-by-step process to, even if it is just momentarily in a moment where you need to do something and you need to act, just some step-by-step things that can help when imposter syndrome seems to be doing the absolute most. So without further ado, let's get into it. So imposter syndrome, according to Google, is the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved by one's own efforts or skills. It's not only stuff that has been achieved, it's also sometimes, like a lot of the time, like for me, for example, it has been pertaining to stuff that I would like to achieve and whether I have felt deserving of being able to achieve those milestones and goals. A lot of what materializes as imposter syndrome can have roots in things that we have been told about ourselves previously, and again, a lot of it has roots in the internal dialogue and the things that we sort of say about ourselves in our internal dialogue, which really is what people have said to us, especially in childhood, but now internalized. And I'm gonna do a whole other video on that, because I feel like that is such a huge thing that is really easily overlooked. So the following, based on my own sort of personal experience, is a kind of step-by-step guide, I guess you could call it, to overcoming and getting through moments where imposter syndrome might come up. So step one is to monitor your thoughts and the stories that you tell yourself. Think about the thoughts that you have when you feel the imposter syndrome coming up. Think about what it is you're thinking and feeling and the story that you're telling yourself. Oftentimes the thoughts that we have in those moments are very much telling a wider and larger story about essentially what we think of ourselves and what we believe to be true about ourselves in a given moment. It's a really important starting point to think about and understand what your thoughts are telling you about how you see yourself in totality, which takes us on to step two, which is to ask yourself why. Interrogate that thought for a little bit. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Who told me that this was the truth about me? I was saying a little bit earlier that imposter syndrome often stems from the things that we have been told by other people that we have then gone ahead to internalize, be that parents, primary caregivers, friends, people that we've been in relationships with, and that has become a part of what we believe to be true about ourselves. It's also helpful to then ask ourselves what situations might have taken place that might have played into confirming that belief that we have about ourselves. Step three is to challenge it. Literally argue with yourself. For me, sometimes I do it out loud, okay? For example, let's say I'm having a feeling of I'm not good enough. I'll be like, no, that is not factually accurate. That is observably untrue. And just really remind myself that that may be what I have been led to believe, but that doesn't make it true. Feelings are not facts, and I don't have to feed into it. Right after that, step four essentially, I go ahead and affirm in the exact opposite of whatever negative belief I was having about myself. And I'll be like, I'm smart, I am intelligent, I'm frigging amazing, I am capable. When I do make mistakes, I'm able to learn from them, and so each mistake is a learning experience. I don't have to be afraid of failing because it's merely a collection of data points, etc, until I feel a little bit more stable. That is sort of my four-step process. Remember that you are amazing, you are capable, and again, failure doesn't define you. It literally is just a stepping stone on the way to success. Go be great. Yeah, that is it from me. I hope that this helps. I hope this has been useful for you. If you have any suggestions for any other things you would like me to talk about, please feel free to leave them down below. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. And yeah, take care, love you all, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.